Hello, in Pockets here, back again with another pack opening, pack number 3 from Phyrexia. All will be one collector boosters. The other two packs this week haven't been super great, so not a lot of a couple things that are interesting, but nothing that I'm like super excited about. Sorry, just my sleeves were sliding. I had to move them around. So we're gonna open pack number 3. See how we do on this one. Again, for this one, I'm gonna open them. We'll go through them relatively quick, and then for those that are interested, I'll do a quick sort of my thoughts at the end, so you can watch one or both parts or either part as you see fit. I might actually try lowering the camera next time so I can sit more comfortably, but didn't set the camera up quite right this week. Phyrexia Mite token, I think we got one of those last time on Monday or Wednesday. And a cat creature token. I know there's a new uh, Kemba, so probably what that's for. Cool, here we go. Capricious Hellraiser. Mythic rare. First mythic rare, I think, of the 3 packs so far, so we'll take a little bit. It is a dragon, so maybe it goes in my dragon deck, maybe it doesn't. I guess we'll find out. Kethic Crucible Goliath. Just the Ichor. So that was an Ichor foil before. This is an Ichor extended art. This is our Phyrexian bird horror. Is this a thrumming bird? It is a thrumming bird. So there we go. I did turn up the brightness, so maybe we can get the Phyrexian. There we go. Yeah, now they're really kind of lighting up. A little more like they were. I think my first two, it didn't really show, but there, that one, that angle right there really shows it until you get to my ring light. Cool. Thrumming bird. I mean, in a set with lots of proliferate, of course, thrumming bird. Cool. We'll read that in a minute. That's an uncommon. Sawblade Scamp. Phyrexian Beast. At common for a foil. Regular art Bone Picker Scourge and the sort of Ichor art. Oh, I guess those aren't extended. Like, this is the Ichor extended, this is the Ichor not extended. It's got the black border. Okay, that makes sense. I see it now. Glimmer Lens for our commander card for Mirrodin. So this is the one where we'll talk about that when we talk about it. But Mirrodin, yeah, for Mirrodin. Encroaching microsynth or mycosynth. So like mycosynth lattice. Okay, cool. There's a couple of cards in here I'm hoping we see. Norn's Wellspring might be one of them. This is a pretty cool looking card. I like it. I'll read that here in a minute. In the foil, there's our Panorama Phyrexian Forest. I'm hoping to get some of the Phyrexian language lands, but I'll probably stick this in my Naya. It's not the full art either. Naya Dragons deck. Land. Bilious Skull Dweller in foil. Bilious. Expand the Sphere in foil. Another uncommon. Ruthless Predation. Looks like a fight card. We'll read that in a minute, but fight cards, I'm always looking for fight cards to switch into my dragon deck for removal. Whisper of the Dross. Alright. Escaped Experiment. That's a cool Phyrexian beast. Looks alright. Let me know if the brightness is good or if I should go back. I raised it about 6%. Or if I should go higher, I guess. Vanquishing Trinity. Poor Elspeth. Using the Silex, I guess. I didn't read the story, so I don't actually know, but I will get there eventually. I am reading it. I've just not done. It's a slow go for me this last few weeks. All right, so that's the pack. Now we can go back and discuss. We got one mythic rare, so let's take a look at that first. This is a dragon. So for those that are still around, thank you for sticking around. Let's take a look. So this is Ichor Extended Art Foil. I'd like to know what this dragon. I wonder if I'd like to see what this dragon looks like without this, but I like this art. Capricious Hellraiser, 3 red. So for 6 total of 4/4 Phyrexian Dragon. So far fits in my dragon deck. We'll see what he does. Spell costs 3 less to cast if you have 9 or more cards in your graveyard. I mean, 3 mana, but I'm usually cheating them out anyway, so that doesn't really matter. 9 or I can get to 9 easy with flying. When Capricious Hellraiser enters the battlefield, exile 3 cards at random from your graveyard. Choose a non-creature, non-land card from among them. Copy it. You may cast this copy without paying its mana cost. Yeah, I'd have to sit down and think. Non-creature, non-land though, so that could get me like some of my enchantments if they get milled or destroyed. Important equipment for my commander if it gets taken out. So it could be a good card in that deck. We'll have to see if I have room for it. Cool though, I like it. Definitely want to maybe find a way to put that to use in some way. And that's our first Mythic, so hopefully that's a somewhat of a hit. I think I like it. Kind of excites me. Norn's Wellspring. 1 and a white for an artifact. Whenever a creature you control dies, scry 1 and put an oil counter on Norn's Wellspring. So it's an Atla Dragon deck, so I'm constantly sacrificing tokens. So I could definitely put lots of oil on this. 1 and tap, remove 2 oil counters to draw a card. I can always use card draw on that deck too. So this might see a place in that deck. We'll have to see. I think that might find a home. Definitely doesn't go in my Sharkai deck. There's not enough creatures. It's mostly vehicles that just sit for value. Encroaching Microsync and extended art. 3 and a blue for an artifact. Non-land permanents you control are artifacts in addition to the other types. Ooh. The same is true for permanent spells you control and non-land permanent cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. So this doesn't fit my Sharkai deck because I don't have a lot of things that care about artifacts, more so than just... But in the Urza deck maybe, if I ever decide to expand that outside of the precon, this could go right in there. That'd be cool. I kind of like that. It looks interesting. Gives me some thoughts. Glimmerlens, this is that equipment for Mirrodin. So my understanding of for Mirrodin, and I haven't seen like an uncommon or common that'll tell me, but it's when you cast the equipment, it comes into play attached to a 2/2 Rebel token. I think it's a red Rebel. So there's one, for Mirrodin, so it would come into play attached to a creature. Whenever equipped creature and at least one other creature attack, draw a card. I mean, card draw is always good, and white is notoriously bad at card draw. Like, it's getting better, I guess. Yeah, I could see room for that. I don't have anything currently, but my son's always trying to build equipment decks, so maybe that goes in there. And last rare, Kethic Crucible Goliath. 2 a black and red, 2 colorless, a black and a red, for a legendary creature Phyrexian Beast 4/4. Could be a commander. Let's see what he does. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice another creature, typical Rakdos. If you do, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-legendary creature card with lesser mana value, put it on the battlefield. Then put the rest on the bottom. Yeah, I could see this maybe as a commander, but definitely in the 99 as a backup to whatever your commander is trying to do probably. You're always sacrificing things anyway, so getting an automatic replacement is not a bad idea. I like that. And with the red and the black Ichor effect on this, I wonder if that's... I'm going to have to look at all of them. I didn't notice that before, but it does have like the 2 colors. I really like the look of this card. Looks good on the table. Really easy to read. Okay, speeding right along. More stuff we haven't seen yet, so you have to bear with me while we read stuff I haven't seen. Expand the sphere. 3 green for a sorcery. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. Put up to 2 land cards from among them onto the battlefield tap, and the rest on the bottom in a random order. If you put fewer than 2 lands on the battlefield this way, proliferate a number of times equal to the difference. Other than the proliferate, I guess I get a few. There's a few dragons that get +1/+1 counters, so I could maybe see a spot for this in my dragon deck. As another ramp. I don't know what I'd replace. Like, I don't want to replace like Harrow or something, but we'll have to take a look. That might work. The proliferate's okay. I could see like the brood mother dragons getting extra +1/+1s or something, or if I have my Great Henge out. Billuis Skull Dweller, 1 black. Phyrexian Insect, 1/1 with Death Touch and Toxic 1. Yeah, pretty straightforward creature. None of my decks would run that just yet, but maybe in the future. If I do end up doing an Infect Toxic Proliferate deck, that could see play. And then there's the Thrumming Bird. Most of us know what that does. 1 and a blue for a 1/1 flyer. When Thrumming Bird deals combat damage to a player, you proliferate. So obviously makes sense in this set. And I'm hoping to get something in this box really badass with that Phyrexian step complete foil on it. What I'd really like, out of all the things, is either Vorinclex, if I say that right. I can't say it right unless I'm seeing it, just how it is. Or a redo of the Shoulder for my commander deck and replace. Although, it'd be hard to replace my foil Phyrexian Language one I got. Okay. Vanishing Eternity, 2 and a white. This spell costs 3 more to cast if it targets a creature. 3 more. Ugh. Exile target non-land permanent. So a good way to get rid of some sort of an enchantment or a land. I guess not land. Artifact. Okay, interesting. It's a good way to do it though. Gets rid of a non-land turn. It's 5 mana to exile. Probably won't see much play for what I'm doing. I don't need a lot of removal in my Sharkai deck, and I don't really want to be paying 5 mana on my Dragons deck when my Dragons can do it. Well, maybe for artifact removal. We'll have to see. Escaped Experiment. 1 and a blue. Artifact creature Phyrexian Beast. Whenever Escaped Experiment attacks target creature an opponent controls, gets minus X minus 0 to end of turn, where X is the number of artifacts you control. Yeah, probably pretty okay and limited. There's a lot of artifacts in this set. A few. Might be worth it. I haven't done any limited yet, so I have no idea. Whisper of the Dross. 1 black for an instant. Target creature gets -1/-1 till end of turn, and then proliferates. So yeah, some sort of token deck, or yeah, counter deck. That'd be cool. Could maybe see like a blue-black proliferate with, instead of +1/+1 counters, do -1/-1 counters. That could be interesting. Toxic, probably. This is one I was interested in. Looks like a fight card. 1 and a green for Ruthless Predation. Sorcery speed. Target creature you control gets +1/+2 until end of turn, and fights target creature you don't control. So I do run a couple fight cards. I might want a couple more, so this might even go in there. It might replace one of the ones there, or it might just go straight in. I think we read this last time. Yeah, it gets Death Touch as long as they have Corrupted. Corrupted means when they have 3 or more poison counters. As long as an opponent has 3 or more poison counters, this gets Death Touch and Lifelink. So it doesn't matter which one. Any one of the 3 opponents, at least, or all of them if you're doing it right. Then all of them have it. Yeah, see, the Icarus red on this one, so it is kind of, I think it is color coded. That's cool. I'll have to go back and check my other ones. Sawblade Scamp, 1 red for a Phyrexian Beast, 1/1 with haste. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put an oil counter on Sawblade Scamp. Tap, remove an oil counter. Does 1 damage to each opponent. Okay, cool, like a pinger. There's a spellslinger playoff. Now it's only 1. Tap it for 1, so you'd have to a way to untap it, or just be happy with the 1 damage each turn. But again, new cards, new possibilities. Looking for anything exciting. We got the foil forest here. This is probably going to end up in my dragon deck, just because I'm working on just switching out lands for interesting ones, so they're all different. So there's like the Brothers War lands in there already and stuff like that. All right, guys, so that's that pack. Again, I like this. Not sure if it's a big hit. I'm a little excited about it to see how it performs in my Atla deck. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Is there anything else here I should think about for my decks? Or anything in here inspired you to build a deck? Let me know. And we'll see y'all next time.